Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Dan from DHTV, and today I'm going to be showing you some tips and tricks using the iPhone 13, 13 Pro, and iPhone 13 Pro Max. As always, there's a link in the description to the full iPhone 13 video playlist, so if you're looking to learn more, check it out. Let's get started. Alright, so to be straight up, a lot of these tips you can probably use with older generation iPhones as well. It's just getting to a point where Apple is not putting out specific features for its new phones. But let's jump into this because there are a lot of cool tips and tricks here, and I'm sure there's some that you've probably never seen before. So the first one we're going to take a look at is an exclusive to the iPhone 13 Pro models, and it's going to be the macro focus. So I'm just going to put this behind the camera. We're going to open up the camera app on our phone, and you're going to see that the camera is going to flip as I bring my case close to it. You can see how close we can get to this case now, and this is a macro shot, and I'm literally like almost touching the phone, and you can see all that detail in the box, almost every line that was painted on there or printed. So that's called the macro photo, and it actually uses the 0.5 zoom lens. So when you get closer, it flips into a macro mode and gives you that super close effect. I'm pretty addicted to this. Been using it a little bit too much since I got this phone. For the next tip, if we open our settings application, we'll pull down, we have a search bar, and we'll type in camera. We'll open the camera settings, and there's a new feature here. You can see it's called live text. Now, this is a feature that's going to allow you to use your camera app to read text. So for example, we have this Pokemon card here. If you want to use that, go for it. But we'll just put that right up to the camera, and you can see that as soon as we do so, we're getting an icon on our screen here that's kind of picking up the text and the writing. We can then use this little option at the bottom right, and as soon as we do that, you can see that it's read the text and it gives us a whole bunch of options right there. Now we can select it, look it up, translate it, share it, but we'll just copy it for now, and we're going to open our notes application, and we can actually paste this right in, and all the text that was on this little code here has now been transferred over in actual text on the iPhone. So this is extremely useful, especially when you're driving by things or if you're grabbing an address from a photo. Now you can just take a picture, copy, and paste it right into the Maps app. Now while you're in Safari, you've probably noticed that the search bar is now available at the bottom. For some, it's great. For others, they don't really like it. But if you tap that AA, you can see you can choose to show top address bar. It's going to bring everything back to the top the way it was in the past. So if you're annoyed by the bottom address bar, you can just flip that right back up to the top and continue on using Safari as you did in the past. For this next tip, we're going to open the Photos app, and it's going to allow you to check the information of a photo. So we have the photo open here. If we tap the little eye at the bottom, you can see it's going to bring up all of this information, very similar to if you were looking at properties or the info tab on a Mac. So you can see what camera was used. In this case, it was the ultra wide 13 millimeter. You can see the ISO. You can see when it was taken. You can also tap adjust here, so you can change the date there as well. It just gives you a little bit more information about the photo. You can also say show in all photos and even add a location for yourself to it. So let's say you don't have location services on, but for one specific photo, you just wanted to remember where you were, you could add that in as well. For the next tip, we're going to look into our privacy a little bit here. So we're going to open up our settings application again, and we're going to tap on privacy. We're going to look at the tracking option here, and we're going to turn off the allow apps to request to track. So if we turn that off, this is going to automatically decline all those applications from tracking you. You won't even get the notification when you open them to track. This way you don't have to go through that process of saying no every time you open a new application. The next tip is to access the iPhone 13 new wallpaper. So we're going to open our settings application here, and we're going to tap on wallpapers. You can see what's set by default, but if you choose another one, you can see we have some of the new still colors right here that you can choose from, but also you have the lives right here, and these are pretty cool as well. So when you turn them on, we'll just show you exactly how it's going to look. Gives you that effect. If you've been on the Apple website, that's what it's going to do, and you can set that just by tapping set at the bottom, and you can choose for the lock screen, home screen, or both. And when the iPhone is locked, you can still hold your finger on the actual wallpaper and take a look at that live effect. The next tip is setting up focus, and you can access focus from your control center right here and select the option that you want. But if you want to set these up, we're going to do that in the settings application. We'll tap settings, tap focus. You can see the options you have. So if we tap do not disturb, you can see all the information that we can manipulate here. So you can allow notifications from specific people. You would add the person and then choose them from your contact list. You can select which applications are allowed as well. You can set time sensitivities. Below that, you have options, so focus status. You can have this to share your status. If you do have them set up, you can turn them on. When this is on, it's going to allow apps to display to people who message you that you have the notifications silenced. And I've seen this from others where it says that this person's notifications are silenced. You can also turn them on automatically, set schedules, change it for your home screen or lock screen so you can hide the notification badges. You can get really intense and in-depth with this, and that way you can set it up so your do not disturb features are customized the way you want them. You can also set up personal focus, work focus, or even options for yourself, and you can see what it says here, so don't miss out. Allow notifications from important people, apps, and silence the rest across your device. Share your away. So pretty much the same sort of deal there, and you can just sort of customize this so you can easily go back and just select the group. Now you can even add your own custom one in there, so you can see a few here. So for me as a YouTuber, whenever I was creating a video, I can create one called video, set it up so that I don't get those notifications on my video unless they're from important people or important applications that I need to know. So you can set this up. I'll be doing a full tutorial on focus in the very near future to show you how it works and how you can set it up for yourself. The next tip is setting up a custom passcode. So we're going to open up our settings once again, and we're going to tap Face ID and Passcode. Enter in your passcode that you already have set up. Scroll down and tap Change Passcode. Now when you're in this passcode section here, you're going to be asked to enter it in one more time. Usually you would just enter in a new passcode, but you actually have in blue passcode options, and you can choose to have a custom alphanumeric code, which is going to give you a full keyboard to create a very hard to guess passcode that you'll enter in. Or you can even get back to the 4-digit passcode and create that simple 4-digit passcode that we used to have with the older iPhones. The next one is to group tabs in Safari. So we just got Safari open here. We're going to open up our tabs section. If we actually tap and hold, we get some options right here. We can move it to a group, copy it, add to bookmarks, and arrange our tabs. So we'll move it to a group. If we tap on that, we have 2 tabs. We can tap to create a new group. Let's call the group test, and we'll move it there. If we go back into our tabs here, you can see we're on our start page. If we tap on that, we can select our test group of tabs, and it's going to bring those ones up with all of those websites that we were on. So this way you can group them and be a little bit more organized with your searches on Safari. All right, so those were some tips and tricks that you can use with your iPhone 13, 13 Pro, or iPhone 13 Pro Max. And as I said earlier, a lot of them will probably work with your previous generation iPhones as well. But I hope you did get something out of this. I will be posting more tutorials on some of the new features and abilities with iOS 15 and the iPhone 13s. So definitely stay tuned for that if you're looking to learn more and get more out of your new iPhone. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification box to be notified when I post new videos. And again, if you're looking to learn more, the full playlist is in the description. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.